Once you have donned the proper safety gear, you're ready to perform the DIpslide test, also known as a heterotrophic plate count or HPC test. You will need one of these DIpslide tester tubes located to the right of the outside exit door. Grab one and proceed through the door. Make your way safely back to the back cooling tower area over the tundra, through the door, and again, make sure to close the door using this, otherwise it'll flap and rattle and be really annoying. To take a DIpslide test, you'll first need to let the water run from the cooling tower sample location for over 60 seconds. To do this, you turn this petcock valve here, like so, and wait 60 seconds. Okay, it has now been over 60 seconds, and we will take our sample. To do this, pull up on this part of the cap, remove it, dump any excess fluid out, and carefully fill this to the top and replace for 30 seconds. At this point, remove again, shake both a little bit, and replace. In the cabinet to the left of the cooling tower chemical feed supply, you'll find the maintenance plan and program manual, as well as tissues to wipe out your test tube. You'll also find these DIpslide labels. The sample we're taking is an HPC heterotrophic plate count. So put that under sample. The date is today's date. Time is the time. And the source is the 909 Madison Avenue rooftop sample collection port. So 909. That done, give it a second to dry, and place it on the side of the test tube. That way you will be able to read both sides of the DIpslide, because it may be slightly different from one to the next. If you don't get it perfectly on the side, you can always twist it a little bit to make sure that it's perpendicular to the label. At this point, you'll go down to the incubator and place the tube in. Make sure it closes all the way by hearing that click. Proceed to the maintenance plan and program, today's date, and go over to where it says read date and write sample in. In 48 hours, we'll write checked sample and then note the results of the sample under the total bacteria colony forming units per milliliter, or CFU per ml. Note the date, or the time rather, and sign your initials. At this point, we'll take a break and come back 48 hours later. Thank you. Okay, it is exactly 48 hours later, and we're going to check our HPC DIpslide. It is located in the incubator down here. HPC testers. Pull it out and check the slide. none detected, which is great. Had there been any detected, we'd go by this chart here, this being 1,000, this being less than 1,000, this being 1,000, this being 10,000. This is where it's critical. If there's that many on there, we immediately need to call Kelly Cobbs at this number, which I will have listed in the BMSCM. Anything more than that, God help us, we really need to call this number. But right now, we're looking at like this, which means that everything's good and none are detected. In the MPP, you'll write that under first, say that you checked the sample, the time is the same, it says exactly 48 hours later. Not that anyone would mistake that for PM, but just so we know. And under total colony forming units per milliliter, we'll put ND in parentheses, none detected. After that, nearly sign your initials. And dispose of the DIpslide into the waste receptacle. And that's it for DIpslides. Thanks!